Hey, just going to be going through a really quick status update for Hazel on Linux. It's not been a super active bit of development, but I've definitely gotten quite a few things done, so I just want to give a quick overview. For one, on the actual main repo, every project now builds correctly. It's in a PR at the moment, so pending, but they all do currently work. That is to say, the launcher, the runtime, script core, and Hazelnut launcher itself, they all compile and execute correctly. Which, if I do this, as you can see, this is at latest render 2023 plus my patches, and it's all good. Now, one thing you'll notice there from what I was doing is source hazelend and running hazelnut as commands, which brings me neatly on to the next thing. The Hazel SDK, I suppose, Hazel Linux SDK. It's basically just a collection of tools that I use myself that I've turned into a proper thing for developing with and on Hazel on Linux and sort of macOS. Well, the macOS support is still very much I make a load of hacky changes, see if it still works, and then don't commit it because there are a load of hacky changes. It'll come in the long run, but for the time being, it's not something I'm actively working on. In any case, this is basically just a set of tools to make setting up the development environment for Hazel and the continuous running and compilation of it a lot easier, because IDEs don't play nice with pre-make and especially don't deal nice with massive dependency change in them. So Hazel just doesn't make IDEs terribly happy at all. So these kind of tools are super important to be able to work in Hazel properly. At the moment, it's mostly just this Hazelenv, which sets up the environment variables necessary to run Hazel and the scripts here. Then make Hazel and Hazelnut, which build and Hazel and run Hazelnut respectively. They all respect, like, you set the current target or build mode or whatever in your environment, and it respects them like a proper development kit environment. I'm considering making a bit of a UI for it or something like that as well to make it a bit nicer to use, because the goal would be either A, get this stuff mainlined into the Hazel repository, or B, make it a full set of tooling for anyone who wants to work in Hazel on Linux. And then other things I have in the long run is I want to have a proper Valgrind integration to make like provide the suppressions files we're going to need and the proper options to make it run properly. And as you can see, I've got a UBSAN thing running here. And outside of that, just need to fix up a few bugs and that kind of thing before it's super ready for use. But it is up at my GitHub, and I'll stick a link in the description for anyone who wants to take a look. But yeah, that's about it for the short little status update on Hazel on Linux for now. And I'll see you all around. Adieu.